Did you ever go to a Diddy party?
Yes.
I just want to tell Jaguar, right? Be careful.
Who this case is going to touch and involve?
It was Tyler Perry who hosted them, which we also know has now been linked to the Diddy party.
What did Diddy just say to his son, Christian Collins, that ties Jay-Z to a new lawsuit over misconduct with minors? Is this the moment when one of Hollywood's biggest secrets comes to light?
Entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes.
The what?
All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes.
Okay.
Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about.
Yeah.
Did Jay reach out yet?
Nah, Bob. He ghosting.
What the this motherfucker doing? These things sweet now because I'm in here.
It's all good. You about to get out on bail.
No, hey yo, check this out. Need you to reach out to the producer. Let these motherfuckers know there's a release date for that new Netflix movie.
Alright, Pop. It's fucking crazy right now.
Everybody out there quiet as a motherfucker.
Yeah?
Yeah, exactly. We gonna let them have their little fun, but I'm still gonna have the last laugh.
What about all these lawsuits though, Pop?
Ain't none of them getting shit. I ain't worth nothing. Ain't got shit in my name anyway.
On October 23rd, a phone call between Diddy, Shuck Combs, and his son, Christian Combs, was leaked on TikTok. The leaked conversation has sparked rumors connecting both Diddy and Jay-Z to the notorious Pizzagate scandal from 2016. This controversy revealed allegations that top members of the Democratic Party were linked to a child sex trafficking ring, causing a huge stir in politics. Now it seems that two of Hollywood's biggest stars, Diddy and Jay-Z, may be tied to it as well.
Because of things like Pizzagate, the subject became so taboo that no one wants to talk about it because it sounds preposterous, because Pizzagate was so preposterous. Right. Guy shows up and with a gun looking for kids that are tied up in the basement, and everybody's like, oh my God.
There's nobody here.
Everyone's wacky, these child sex trafficking fanatics that are interested in this and that are trying to stop this.
The idea that there are sexual predators in power, not just in Hollywood, but I think in all across any place there's a boss with underlings in any corporation or any industry, you have a type of sexual politics that goes on that can slide in between appropriate ethics and decorum to inappropriate behavior to the point of harassment and sexual predatory behavior.
Well, I mean, I think people understand that, but the larger question is there a culture of complicity in Hollywood where women are afraid to speak up because they'll be blacklisted, men are afraid to speak up because either they're out of the same fear or they just think, well, this is the way the system works.
I think there are people that say, hey, this is how it works, pure and simple, and this is why I got into it, and this is why I have power. This is how it works, and you have to understand that. That does not carry the day. Complicity is also complicity. The people who know, well, look, this is how we do business, and that's what it's got to be done. I'm sorry it's like that. So beware. That's also present, without a doubt, but it does not carry.
Diddy has had connections with key Democratic figures, including inviting former President Obama to his parties.
And I just want to say how much I appreciate Puff Daddy for doing the kinds of work that he's doing, because he doesn't have to do this. But this is part of what is important about giving back.
Yes, we applaud you, and I want to apologize for not sweating, but I do this so much. I'm so cool. I just want y'all to see everybody I'm interviewing is sweating. I'm not even touching my brow. I'm so cool, and I want to apologize. I ain't trying to make you look bad or nothing like that, but I'm just so cool. We
T-shirt. I tell you, if he was wearing one of those fancy designer clothes he's designing, he'd be.
Your family, if any of them were ever involved in these alleged activities?
Well, allegedly, everyone has seen multiple pictures with Harry and Meghan. And considering their close ties to Oprah and Oprah's close ties to Ellen and Ellen's close ties to the Diddler and all of those parties that they attended, and considering that when they defected the royal apartments, and they were forced to, step away from their birthright. It was Tyler Perry who hosted them, which we also know has now been linked to the Diddy.
The internet is buzzing with theories about Diddy's mention of recycling plastic and pizza boxes. But one thing is clear. Diddy was using code when talking to his son. And there's more to this story than meets the eye. After all, why did the FBI and Homeland Security raid Jay-Z's home when they had already collected everything they needed from Diddy's mansion?
Let's say this. Something else is going on. They didn't raid, they searched with a warrant his premises on the West Coast, right? They searched his premises on the East Coast in Florida, right? On the same property that the premises was located that they searched in Florida, he had a second mansion. They didn't touch that one. Why not? And when they walk out of there, they got a small trash bag and they have a medium-sized cardboard box. What was it they seized that would fit into those items? I have a sneaking suspicion from my background in criminal defense that what they seized was some evidence that was very incriminating to other people. Now, after they seized the evidence, they had no probable cause to arrest him on any crime. He hasn't been indicted. They talked to him at an airport before he got on a private jet to fly to an island that has no extradition agreement with the United States. Have you heard anybody trying to prosecute him?
Not at all.
So what did they do? See, the feds are interesting. Who served the search warrant?
Homeland Security.
Now, what the hell do they have to do with that?
Rumors suggest the March 2024 raid on Diddy's Miami mansion was really about retrieving tapes that could implicate even more powerful figures. On the Joe Rogan Experience, Andrew Scholes and Joe Rogan discussed how deep these conspiracies might go.
But he hung with Diddy. That's the other tricky thing. Like, Diddy hung out with everybody. And I've spoken to a bunch of people who are like, yo, great dude, like, always there for you, never asked for a single thing.
Till 1 a.m.
And then freak off.
Everybody says, get out of the house.
Yeah.
It's like the gremlins start eating after midnight. Everybody who tells the stories like, I saw I go upstairs and these dudes are fucking like right on the couch.
Yeah.
And then I go in this room and these guys are fucking and it's like.
And pros. Like, apparently he was getting male gigolos to girls.
Fuck girls.
Yeah, that was one of the rumors, like the
Male
freak off. So he would
gigolos.
hire the professional dicks to have sex with the girls, and I think he would watch. Allegedly, that's what was alleged. I think. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on, and that's the other thing. Like, I wonder, like, is that just a power thing?
It's a Caligula thing.
What does that mean?
Caligula, like the emperor. Did you ever see that movie, Caligula?
No.
It's about just Roman empires being completely out of control. Caligula is like almost like porn. And it was a movie made, I want to say in the 70s. It's a crazy movie. Wow. But it's just detailing extreme excess where you can never fill the hole.
But what is the hole you need to fill? Like, I'm trying to find, like, what's the
just
catalyst?
Chaos. What year was this? 79. Yeah. That's Malcolm McDowell, right? Yeah. Yeah, the dude from Clockwork Orange.
Oh, yeah.
It's a crazy movie, man. But it's still mild in comparison to what Absolute have. Absolute power corrupts. Caligula.
Okay, so then there's the question. It's like, can you take a completely normal person, give them power, and then they become that? Or does it take a power-hungry person that has this void that needs to be filled, and then when they are given that power, you see the worst version of them?
Ask your CIA boy. I bet he's got the answers. I bet he knows the exact formula.
To corrupting somebody or to...
What happens? Like what happens?
These rumors remain unproven, but Courtney Burgess, a close friend of both Diddy and Jay-Z, has now come forward. She claims to have been given some of the tapes Diddy recorded, along with Kim Porter's original diary, and has testified in front of a federal jury.
Those statements include descriptions of what the witness says he saw on those tapes. So I asked him about that, and he answered what he could, given the limitations imposed on him after testifying before the grand jury. Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
2 males. And of those 8 celebrities, how many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of?
This is going to be all speculation. I just want to preface it by he wouldn't know if
Appeared
they
to be.
were right.
Sure.
Appears.
Let me rephrase
right,
it.
Based on yes.
Understand. Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appear to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence?
All of them. All of them.
Out of those 8, how many appear to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
I think all, to be honest, all.
Were victims
They
or
victims.
were perpetrating?
Victims.
They were all 8 were victimized.
Yeah.
Meaning
Victim.
this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right. Not knowing, I guess, how much proof it was in it, what they was doing.
And of those 8, how many seemed to be potentially minors?
2 to 3, possibly 3.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.
You made a lot of allegations, right? Are you expected to eventually turn those things over, or
Well, that's what we're going to head over to do now. So we have a hearing now to determine what we're going to do in terms of what documents we'll have to turn over and what documents we do not have.
So why were you in court tonight?
Just to give testimony to the grand jury. He was subpoenaed by the court, so as we all know, if you don't answer a subpoena, the marshals will come to your house as they came to his house and they will bring you here. So that's why we're here today.
I know you can't mention celebrities per se. You did mention some in the interview. So just to clarify, you can back that up with actual factual footage.
We have, it's things that we have, but we got to go to the other courthouse. So I don't know if that's any more questions, but we got another hearing to go.
Are you nervous or do you feel cool?
God, I ain't never nervous. Only thing that's fair to me is God.
I know you did mention what was on the flash drive before. Would you be able to kind of go over that now, or is that something that you can't discuss?
No, we're trying to just go to discuss that now, what we will be able to talk to in terms of what was available and what was on those flash drives.
Okay.
But it was the book,
So it is Kim Porter's book, but not necessarily some of the stuff with the celebs that were mentioned besides.
It's hers. Nobody touched it.
Oh, so it is her official book.
Yes. Nobody.
And no one touched it.
Nobody altered it. Nothing.
So it's not the copy that the gentleman said that he was selling before. No.
No.
It's 2 different copies. That one was edited, and we have.
Allegedly, Jay-Z and Democratic presidential candidates are among those concerned about what the investigation into Diddy might uncover. Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard and a first-hand witness to events behind the scenes, has stepped forward to reveal hidden truths. He claims that many familiar names are involved, and when they are exposed, the public will be shocked.
Movies, they not gonna come out and speak on nothing that has anything to do with them, and they praying that they not on the tape doing crazy stuff, being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. They praying. So until the feds say, hey, yo, listen here. We got you on, hey buddy, we got you on this tape, and girl looked like she was pretty young. We're not gonna show it, but we need you to come and testify against Brother Love, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs. That's when they're gonna start talking, and they're not gonna be talking in his favor. When the feds come to them and show them what they got on tape, because if he had 250 tapes 250 cameras all over the house, somebody got caught stealing a cookie out the cookie jar. It could be your favorite pastor. It could be your favorite politician. But they didn't think they was being watched. and Brother Love was watching. So he always played those kind of up games on people. So to have those cameras and know what he was doing, it's gonna give him the ups on everybody who came to that party. Even your favorite basketball player. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. We know who said that. He may be one of the persons who got caught up in the Diddy party.
LeBron said that, but yeah, you might be right. You know, it sounds like he had all them hidden cameras to use it against people.
I think that was said in the indictment, right? That was said in the indictment. You know, somebody, I think Dawn may have said that. I don't know for sure, and correct me if I'm wrong. He would, even if you didn't want to do something, he would tell the individual, well, I got you on tape doing it before. And the person would feel pressured in having to do something or come and do something at the party or be at the party because he already had him on tape right then and there. But what you think when you do it the second time? He's still gonna have you.
As the legal case unfolds, questions arise about those around Diddy. Were they silent or complicit? And why isn't anyone speaking up now? Do they have nothing to say? Or are they afraid of what Diddy might know?
There are a lot of people in Hollywood who are probably worried about which Diddy parties they were at and what was going on. That's not to say that they were necessarily even involved in any of the things that are alleged by the U.S. Attorney's Office. But if you're at that party and it turns out that that's when he set up one of these freak-off sex parties, or that it was going on in another room and you didn't know about it, there's a good chance that you're going to be called by the U.S. Attorney's Office. And certainly if you were involved, you would get a call because they're going to want to know everything you want to know and may even want you to be a witness. I just think, we're just starting to scratch the surface of what this case, this case is going to touch and involve. And the feds have said that this remains an open investigation. There could be more charges for Diddy. There could be more charges for other people involved. And usually the way this works is once they find out other people are involved or were witnesses, they bring them in and they sort of lean on them. And it's sort of like, you're going to cooperate with us, or there's a possibility that you could face charges. So this is going to be a slow developing a case here because we're just getting started, and I don't see how this trial begins anytime before.
People who've spoken out against Diddy, like Tupac, Biggie, and Aaliyah, have ended up dead or injured. Is it just coincidence, or is Diddy targeting those who speak up? As Big Homie says, times like this are when people die.
Oh, Green.
Take me through them not wanting to let her in the club.
She showed up to a place. Some of the people in there was loyal to some of the people she was speaking out about. They wouldn't let her in, and she wasn't going for that. She started setting it up. She started bugging up on the guys. They had to call the police on old girl. Oh, bro. Jaguar Wright get wild, bro. And if something happened to her, I just want to tell Jaguar Wright, be careful. She just went on Piers Morgan. Beyonce and Jay-Z sent Piers Morgan a cease and desist. Made Piers Morgan publicly apologize. Today. It's about to get dangerous for a lot of people, so if you out here doing what you're doing, because y'all not me. So you better be on your P's and Q's. It's about to get ugly. This is when people start to turn up dead right now. So keep that in mind.
Unfortunately, what we've seen in the music industry for years could happen again. People accused of serious illegal activities often go unpunished. And according to Fast and Furious star Tyrese Williams, there's a strong chance Diddy could walk away with his legacy intact.
Party?
Yes.
And what was it like?
A Diddy party?
Is it like what they have in the media or
off the hook?
Off the hook?
And whenever they went into the quote-unquote alleged other
section,
Yeah.
I was never there.
You were gone. You were gone.
That's like, I think in general, getting away from Diddy, and God bless him and whatever else he's dealing with. I don't beat people while they're down. That's just not who I am character-wise. No one can erase his legacy. Bad Boy Records and Faith Evans and Biggie and Craig Mack and 112 and Total and, I mean, mogul. I mean, I don't know what all that other is going on, or allegedly, but man, legacy is legacy, man. Surviving Neverland, did that stop you from listening to Michael Jackson?
Diddy's leaked phone call with his son, along with the potential connections to Jay-Z and others, raises more questions than answers. As investigations intensify and more people speak out, the fear grows. How many other powerful figures could be caught up in this scandal?